Houston, Texas, today at NRG Stadium, as we're going to find out who will go home as champions of the Kinder's Texas Bowl. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Cincinnati Bearcats offense will have the football first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Payne. Puts it out of the air. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Great place to start for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Back to throw, it's Payne. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He might want another play. Wants to go up top. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Alabama quickly back to the line. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Murphy. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. You got to communicate.
The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Caught near the sticks. It's Murphy. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run...
There he goes! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's call.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Quickly complete. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The Bearcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Payne. Quick completion on the out. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it all in that last play.
Sets up the screen. Across the 15. Running through contact. Touchdown, Bearcats! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
When you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back. But look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Motion from the back. The give on the inside. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. I like it, threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got to go.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Alabama! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. A fun postseason battle here, deadlocked at the end of the first. Here's a quick check of the stats so far. We've got a good one on our hands here. Let's hope we keep those good vibes going here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw, it's Payne. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
That's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
There he goes. Touchdown, Bearcats. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Makes the grab on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Alabama pushing the tempo. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Makes the grab. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Looking for the tie with the extra point. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And the Bearcats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They'll leave it with him. Sweet cut there. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Payne. Fires left. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Throwing right. A strike downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Cincinnati! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfectly.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Pulls it and fires to the left. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Alabama quickly back to the line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown time. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And it's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football, and this guy will do the rest. He'll cross that goal line. He'll take care of you, make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And
he lost one down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 20. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. To the air, it's Payne. Makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Nice Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Got it set up on the outside, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now they regain the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Murphy. Turning it on. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got his man. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Murphy. Knocked down at the 22. That's a 1st down. They can still stop the clock.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it in. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. To the air, it's Payne. Get it out on the screen. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Got a man in the middle. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. To the air on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. And it's no good. He missed it. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
The Bearcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. Did a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this W.
And you've seen it with bowl game. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in a rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Hand off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Payne. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle at the 17.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out quickly. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it again. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. On the move. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Alabama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The give from the gun. Nice move there. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Unloads quickly. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Payne. Fires it. Got his man on the right. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Finding an escape route.
I think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that 2nd down, quarterback had nowhere to go with it. Defense had an opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up 3rd and long, but because they couldn't do that and let him spring free, it's now 3rd and manageable. This defense.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. It's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And the returner will be brought down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Rush is on him. Got his man quickly. On the move at the 30. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
Alabama pushing the tempo.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive, even when you've got the lead late.
Looking for a deep man. And he'll prove it in inside the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Quarterback now on the run, still looking.
And now this guy's second sack of the game. We were talking to him leading up to this one. He said, you know, nobody respects my speed and nobody respects my athleticism. I don't think anybody thinks we can stop this guy, but I'm going to prove everyone wrong. And he has shown up today ready to wreck this game. He is having an out.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. It's Penny. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Back to throw. It's Payne. Unloads it left. Got him, and nobody's close. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. And the D deny them on second and goal. Secondary walks up on the line, showing, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tip.
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
They want that clock to run. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
A first down run in the red zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
The 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The give out of the gun.
Yeah, I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They march 79 yards on the drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He's got him. Creates a little room. Execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Defense playing a bail technique. Back to pass, it's Payne. Bringing the heat. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better